good chilly morning. It's 20 degrees out this morning. They're calling for 2 inches of snow. We've been having some nice weather, but old man winter don't want to let go yet. We get a round bale of hay down to Azalea and Cookie, because unfortunately we don't have green grass here yet, so they're still going to be eating hay for a little while. Any little patch of green grass they find, they've been loving it and going and eating it. So let's give them this fresh bale down there while we're doing morning chores. Come on, sweet potato. Sweet potato is our pregnant sow, and she got pregnant the first time she got bred. She should be having her piglets any day now. Cookie, Azalea. I got you guys a fresh bale of hay. You should be more excited than that. So now it's snowing out and we are glad we are inside. We're actually gonna be doing something we've never done before.
Never done. And I hope it doesn't ruin it.
So we got some Cabot stain and we went with Barn Red. We have never stained any of our buildings. We've never painted any of them. The house is painted, but we didn't do that. We bought the boards already pre-finished. All of the roughs on projects we've ever done, we either left natural or we sprayed it down with a water and weird mixture that made it like gray faster. But yeah, we've never painted anything. We've never stained anything like this. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it looks. We're gonna do a test panel, but first we need to snap a chalk line, and these bottom boards kind of go off a little bit. So I wanna get that straightened up, because if we start trying out our samples and stuff, actually, you know what, let's do a sample. While the sample dries, we'll cut that. I'm gonna put my saw right there so we don't forget. I just don't wanna forget to cut it and then start staining.
Just have to put the cover on so we don't get sawdust in it.
Yes. So let me set this over here so we'll trip over it if we start staining. And then we'll go, oh yes. We're gonna do the stain before we get our batten strips on, because if we put the batten strips on and then stain, when the wood expands and contracts, or if the boards just shrink up because there's a little bit of moisture still in them, you're gonna see where we didn't stain. So we're gonna stain right now, and then we'll have to stain our batten strips before we put them on. An extra step, but in the long run, it's gonna be worth it.
Oh, that does not look like the color picked.
It's Barn Red.
That looks like pink.
I know, right?
That's not what we picked.
No. Not at all.
That's not gonna.
No, that ain't gonna fly. We want Barn Red, so we're actually gonna have to go back and return that and have them remix it, because.
What is that? Does it say Barn Red?
It does. It says Barn Red, so I don't know what happened. That's more like a maroon.
Yeah.
Not a red. So I have no idea what happened. I guess I should have looked at it, opened it at Lowe's. It's like, oh, I tried doing a test swab, but it doesn't do anything, so there was nothing on it, but maybe I'll try mixing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was shook last night, but I don't know. But it's definitely not Barn Red.
That's more like the color of our house, I think.
Yeah, it is. You're correct. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That is definitely not red. There's not even like any, it's still mixed. Like, it's not like there's any colors on the bottom. Bummer. Circular saw was too thick. It was hitting the floor, so I couldn't cut it with that. So I'll just have to take a sander and just kind of like clean that up a bit.
Well, that's a bummer. I had to make another trip to Lowe's, but we don't want to put a color that we don't want. But now I'm second guessing myself, but Al's convinced that we're doing the Barn Red. So think it'll look good. I'm just used to the natural look, so it's different. Putting color in something where you're not a color person is hard. If you've been watching for a while, you know I like the color grays and the natural colors and neutral colors. So red, I love when I can see stuff like barn red and stuff, but I don't want to do something that I can't undo. So I'm excited but nervous about the color, and now it didn't come out good the first time, so now I'm like, what the heck? Well, Al's gone to do that errand to get new stain. I'm gonna go ahead and tape off the hinges, get some sanding done, hopefully some cleanup, and then when he gets back, I'm gonna get this stain. So
that's the color right there, barn red. And it definitely does not look like a barn red. It's kind of my bad. I should have checked it last night when I was out getting it made, but it's kind of in a rush. We're going to a friend's house for dinner, so the guy's like, it's all done. It's like, I tried to do a test little thing for you, but you can't tell. I said, well, that's all right. It is what it is. It's barn red. Well, it's not. So let's run back out and yeah, let's get this made. It might not make sense to you guys why we want to go barn red. I have a color in my head that we need to get to, and it'll make sense later on why I want this color. We can't just settle on the color that we have because it's not going to work for the future. We need a certain color, and it's barn red is what we need, and that's not barn red. So
that works much faster than a cloth, doesn't it, Brutus? Okay, you're gonna help me? I'm sure you are. Okay, thanks for the kiss. Thank you for the kisses. Well, I really made sure I taped off the hinges and then around the handle. I might tape more of the handle off when we go to stain. I'm gonna just go ahead and get everything a nice little sanding, get some, maybe there's some shoe marks it looks like over there, and then some other marks that we want to get off, and then the bottom that Al just cut is rough over here, so I'm going to get that a nice little sanding and then clean this up so that we can get a stain on.
all right, they took it back. I'm gonna go to our local paint store and see if I can get a better color, because I don't know, I'm just not feeling any of the barn reds that they have there now. So we're gonna go to the local paint shop and see if they have something better. I called them and they said they did. So there's a certain color we're trying to match, and I need to find that. All right, they had a lot better color selections for stain. Let's head on back to the farm and get some stain on this. All right, let's try this one. I ended up going to a different paint store.
Did you look at it?
I did. Hopefully, this is the color we want.
That's what it's gonna be.
It is now.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, you will.
It looks like rust.
No, it's a red. Once it sits and dries, you got
Don't dump that whole thing on the ground.
You got a lot more red there.
So Al's gonna do the main work. I'm gonna try to get behind it with the paintbrush if there's any spots and if we get anything on the floor. I'm hoping we can get it right up so it doesn't stain the floor. So I'm kind of gonna be the cleanup crew. So he's gonna do the main part and I'll be behind. Aw, you made a mess already.
Already, look at that.
Well, I feel this is gonna be a huge mess. You think that's better than a roller?
You can't roll on stain.
I'm just gonna remember this was all Al's idea. I would have left it plain, but it's gonna look good, I think, when it's done, but. Okay guys, we're really liking the color. Let us know what you think. Let us know. Plain, this color, the original color that we thought we had picked out. I like it. Do you like it?
I like it. I want to know if you're a paint swatch kind of person. Do you go and get samples and try little pieces all over the place? Because that's not my style. But I could see it being beneficial, but I just don't like taking all the time.
That went fast.
It did.
So do the other 3 sides and then do the door one last, I think.
Okay, so we might as well just swing around and do the back.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit tight back here, and unfortunately it's chilly today, so we don't want to open the door. If it was nice like the other day, I'd have that open and it'd be a lot faster staining this part.
Right, onto the 3rd side.
Yep.
And the front, so that's the before, after.
All right, this side's done. Now we just got the front to do. The door, it will stain different, and so will the trim, because that's planed lumber, and planed lumber absorbs the finish in less than rough sawn lumber does.
Well, I'm liking the front this color.
Good, I hope you like the door, the color.
That should look good though. It's probably look even better on this.
It'll be more transparent, I think. The planed lumber absorbs the stain in so differently. Like, we don't gotta worry about wiping the rough sawn lumber off because it just sucks it right in. This, it kind of like sits on top more of and penetrates in, but just not as quick. So we gotta watch out for runs.
I don't feel like the color that I see in real life than on camera it looks exactly the same, but
No,
it looks a little bit more brown on camera.
on camera it does.
Yeah.
But it is definitely not purple.
No.
That looks so purple, it's not even funny. That's crazy.
Actually, it's not even the color of our house, I don't think.
No, it's more purple than the color of our house. It is the next morning. The stain is almost dried. It's not 100% dry yet. We need to work on getting Sweet Potato's pig pen ready for her to have piglets. She should be having piglets any day now, so we gotta add a light. We gotta get our heat lights ready, so that way when she has her piglets, if they need some heat, we can put the heat lights out. And we also wanna make like a bump rail on 2 walls. We're gonna come out like this, and then the exterior wall, we're gonna do it. And then I think in the corner, I'll put like a little brace across, so and I might put plywood there, so it's like a little house the piglets can get into to stay warm, kind of thing. So we're gonna go boom, boom, and then I think a little house in the corner, if that makes sense. So we gotta see what we have for material kicking around to make this out of. All right, so I just made a bunch of parts and pieces to see how we wanted to make our piglet guardrail. We got a piece right here. This is gonna go up against the wall. This is gonna go under it as a support. And then we're gonna have a 2x4 in the front. This will keep Sweet Potato from getting in and crushing the piglets. So that way if the piglets want a place to get away from her, they can get under here, go and hide. Now we gotta go to the pig stall and see how long we need to make these and how many diagonals we need to make. We got any piglets yet, Sweet Potato?
She's not been acting like it. What are you doing, girlfriend?
So this is her favorite corner. So we're gonna go like this and like this. So that way if she's lying over here, like she is right now, the piglets could nurse, but they could also get in behind and hide. So if she falls down. So we're gonna go here and here. We only need to do 2 sides. So we need to go 11 feet, 5 inches. So if we make sure we have enough to do 12 feet, and then I think this is 10 feet. Yep, 12 and 10, we'll just have to make our final cuts. But if we go 1, 2, say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll make 8 diagonals in all of our braces.
Now you get out.
It's been a while since we've used this. So now we can build our little brackets. So they're gonna go like this. I like it, that should work good. Something simple. I need some sunglasses now. Pretty bright. So we can do one there. I'm going on the studs. And then the last one will be over here. Like that. Do one here. So this is the area Like she might be over there a little bit, but I don't think she's gonna be like a lot over there. This is the area I think we need them the most.
Yeah, that's where she likes to lay.
The area where she's gonna be. So if we do that. She's not gonna like it because she can't sleep right up against the wall. But it should save her babies. We use up some of our twisted 2x4s. So you build your wall and they're straight, and then as soon as your 2x4s dry out, look how twisted that one is.
It's straight over by you.
Yeah, that and so if I cut it this way, where will I end up? We'll cut off some of the twist at least. Crazy. They were straight when I bought them. Ready, look.
Maybe you should buy the twisted ones and they'll straighten out. Or the twisted ones just get more twisted.
So twisted. Wow.
Oh, and it busted it.
I don't think we can use this one, it's so twisted. Let's try this again. This one's not twisted like the other one was. All right, this was the twisted one. I just cut it super short, and it's still kind of twisted, but it'll work. Last measurement will be boop boop doop 58 and a half. All right, maybe we'll cut one more, and then we'll cut a 45. So I'm not gonna plan on it, but if it gets really cold, we could always cover this with plywood. But I'd rather keep it exposed like this, so when we need to clean it, we can just come in here and clean it out from above. Where if we have a top on it, we'd have to remove that every time we wanna clean it out. So if it stays temperatures like this with a heat lamp, they should be perfectly fine. If it drops down super cold, then we'll have to put something as a cover, but I'd rather just have it like this for now. So it should be good. Piglets can get away from mama.
She can lie down, they can still feed.
Right, she can come. They can come over here. It's a little bit of a bigger corner. This, I'm guessing this corner is where she'll have them, or maybe now she'll like this corner. I don't know, but we'll have more than enough room for her to do her thing. I mean, she still has a good sized room. This is probably from me to you. So you got 7 feet to here, and then if you go over here, you're gonna be 8 feet. And then you have 10 feet, 8 by 10 anyways. Then the piglets have a good amount of room. Then we can let sweet potato back in here. I'm pretty sure the way she's acting, she's not in labor yet, but I'm thinking it's gonna be soon.
You do, because I was kind of thinking the opposite, maybe.
Well, she's being super lazy. I mean, she's a lazy pig anyways, but she seems even more lazier than normal. So she didn't eat her breakfast. Normally she devours that down right away, so I think she's getting closer and closer. So then the next few days to a week, if it was this cycle, and I think it was, so yeah.
They can go up to 4 days early and up to 5 days late from what I saw. And then, so we have like kind of, 10 days-ish.
Yep.
And then if she wasn't bred this first time, keep thinking it's gonna be any day. And then I'm like, well, maybe she's not that far along and it's actually gonna be the next month. But we're gonna wait and see. It'll be really cool because we're really excited to have piglets and everything. But then it'll also be a lot warmer if it waits few weeks. So, but we will find out.
I did my podcast last night, Homestead Shop Talk, with Ben from Holler Homestead and Jason from Sow the Land. Jason's Cooney pigs just had her piglets, and she was a week late on his calculation, so she could have just went like the 5 days over.
Right.
And Sweet Potato was put in shortly after with Yukon. I knew Jason had to have his piglets first, and then Sweet Potato would be due. Right. So, yeah, we're like right there within that range. It's gonna be exciting to see. I'm thinking one of the mornings we're gonna come out and we're gonna have a pile of piglets.
That would be so exciting.
Right.
Every day I'm like, is he gonna tell me? Is he gonna tell me? Do you wanna go check it out? Brutus does.
You're so lodged there, Sweet Potato.
You should never say that to a lady.
Especially a pregnant lady.
Yeah. Now we have a nice place for the babies. We have the heat lamp out and ready, and we can put it right down in that corner wherever they decide they want to hang out. Yeah, so everything's ready. We don't know exactly when she's ready, but we'll find out. What do we do, Sweet Potato? I know, what the heck? See that belly? Holy. See that belly? Oh, yep. Itch, itch, itch. She likes it.
She likes the corner.
She likes it to scratch her booty. Let us know if you think it's soon, very soon, or if we have a few more weeks to go.
We're gonna take off the hay clamp, put the pallet forks on, and I gotta load up our fuel storage tank. We need some diesel fuel, and it's beginning to be that time of the year where we're gonna be using the equipment and tractors more. So we gotta make sure we have fuel on the homestead. So let's get this off and get it loaded. All right, let's go get some fuel. It'll be good to have 55 gallons of fuel on the homestead again, because I don't like having to do 5-gallon cans anymore. Once you have a storage tote like that with a pump, you get spoiled. Well, I feel good that that's filled up. We got 50 gallons of off-road fuel now on the homestead. I don't know, I just can sleep better at night when I know we have these things. They'll last us a while, and the excavator and the tractors. So yeah, I don't know. I like having extra fuel sitting around. I like having extra propane, extra gasoline, all of it. It makes me feel better. Night, sweet potato. See you in the morning. Maybe you'll have babies.